It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
The kickoff for Seattle.
Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They made it a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here he is on 3rd and long. This one's caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run for this. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Williams can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. He's going to push one deep down. Big gain downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 37 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
That's complete right side. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
We go set. Reset.
Here's Walker running right. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First and goal. Here's Walker. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Motioning one of the tight ends. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Slot man motioned over. This time it's a passing play. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They're going play action. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice game down to the 6. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful run.
4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Play action on first down. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find payment.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Moore with a return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Malik Hooker with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
The humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And they send a man in motion. This is Walker on second. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on third down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Looking to throw on third and 1. Headed out right. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Connects with feint. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 45 on second down. And that one's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Red 80. Here we go, set. Red 80. Still 80. Hey, set.
Darnold now to throw. Gets this to Fant. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the out route. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Straight ahead with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go side. Inside.
Design bootleg here. He rolls to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Side. Inside.
Walker running to the right. And he gains ground to the 33 before being stopped. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Go 80. Here go side. Right side.
Darnold. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go side. Red 80. Go red 80. Go 80. Right side.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Cowboys holding on to a field goal lead. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. Back to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
We go set. Set.
He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here he is to throw. He's got it near the 10. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Running left, here's Walker. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Trying to run it with Walker. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point will give him the lead and maybe the win. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take the lead on that successful kick. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks make the play that should win them this game.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Seahawks. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.